Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope all of you are fine and doing well. So, topic here we will discuss today it is the oxidation reduction reactions. Basically, when we talk about any type of the chemical reaction, if we have any type of a chemical reaction, it involves basically both the types of the reaction which is called oxidation as well as the reduction reaction, and overall we can call that type of reaction is as it is a redox reaction. So the redox reaction involving the oxidation process. Here we have an example. Likewise, it is an A and is a B atom or an element. Now, the A is having the capacity to lose the electrons. As if it can lose the electrons, as we know, the process in which an atom of an element lose electrons, it is known as the oxidation. And after losing the electrons, it will oxidize itself. But on the other hand, here we have a B substance that is having the ability to accept the electrons or to gain the electrons, and it just gain electrons and it just lose the electrons. So by gaining the electrons, it reduced itself. So a chemical reaction in which there is oxidation and reduction, that reaction is basically known as the redox reaction. And here the compound A as loses the electrons and the compound B gains the electrons. So the process of oxidation and reduction is taking place simultaneously, while on the other hand the substance that it is undergoing oxidation, it will work as a reducing agent. So why it can be called as a reducing agent? Because it loses electrons or it donates the electron to the other substance and reduces the other substance. On the other hand, here the B, it is working as an oxidizing agent. Now why? Because it has accept the electrons of the A element, and by accepting the electron it reduced itself and oxidized the other. So it is going to be work as an oxidizing agent. So let's have a look at the type of chemical reaction. Here we have the zinc, which is a metal, and here we have the HCl, it is a hydrochloric acid. Zinc as at this stage is having oxidation number 0, and after the reaction its oxidation number becomes positive 2. As its oxidation number changes, if we have the oxidation number from 0 to positive 1, 2 and so on, and on the negative 1, negative 2 and minus 3 and so on. So when the oxidation number changes from 0 to positive, then there is a process of oxidation. And when the oxidation number changes from 0 to towards the negative, then there is a process of reduction. So here the oxidation number of zinc changes from 0 to positive 2, so it undergoes the process of oxidation. While on the other hand, here we have the oxidation number of HCl in positive 1 for the hydrogen, and chlorine has having negative 1 charge because it can gain 1 electron. And after the reaction, the oxidation number of hydrogen changes from positive 1 to 0, and that of chlorine it remains same. That is on both sides it is negative 1. So the oxidation number changes from positive 1 to 0. It is decreasing the oxidation number of the hydrogen. So it undergoes the process of reduction over there. So all the type of the reactions that involve oxidation and reduction, they are making up the redox reactions. And a lot of reactions we may have in our surroundings that are involving oxidation and reduction. Let's have another example for the oxidation and reduction reaction, which is the formation of water molecule. In this process, hydrogen combines with the oxygen and making up the water molecule. So let's have a look at which one undergoes oxidation and reduction. First of all, we have to put up their oxidation numbers. Oxygen is in uncombined free state, zero oxidation state, and as well as hydrogen is also having a zero oxidation state. So this is according to the rules of the oxidation number. When there in an atom, it is present in an uncombined state or it is having the bond with its atom, then it will have the oxidation number 0. After the reaction, as we have learned, oxygen will carry the -2 charge because its group number is 6a. It has 6 electrons in its valence shell and it can gain 2 electrons. So its oxidation number will be -2 because it can gain the electrons. On the other hand, the hydrogen, it will carry the charge +1. Now here, the oxidation number of hydrogen changes from 0 to +1. So it undergoes the process of oxidation, and the oxygen, as it undergoes the process of reduction because its oxidation number changes from 0 to -2. So here the other thing we can also notice, hydrogen, it gains the oxygen, so it undergoes the process of oxidation, and oxygen, it gains the hydrogen, so it undergoes the process of reduction over there. On the other hand, we have the examples from our daily life for the redox reactions. If we just put up an apple on the table in the peeled form or in the form of pieces, after some time we just see that the color of the apple started to change into the brown or into the color of rust because here the iron is having process of oxidation because apple is having iron, and when it come in contact with the oxygen that is present in the air, then it started to change the color and it becomes brownish in color. On the other hand, here we have the process of photosynthesis, that is the process of making food in the plants. It is also involving oxidation and reduction reactions because in the presence of light energy or in the presence of sunlight, the plants are going to make the sugar and they store the sugar in the form of starch in their leaves. So here is the water vapors are required, or the waters are required. Carbon dioxide is basically absorbed and the oxygen is basically released in this process. So the simple process is in its carbon dioxide. It reacts with the water molecule and produces the glucose. So this is a simple chemical reaction. And here you can see that the carbon dioxide, its oxidation number changes from -2 and here we have its +4. And after the reaction, it undergoes the process of oxidation and reduction. So overall, this is a redox reaction that is taking place in the plants because the oxygen is released and the carbon dioxide is absorbed in this reaction. So this was all about today's lecture. I hope you guys understand. And if you have any queries, you may ask me about that in our comment section. And the next topic that we will discuss, it is the electrochemical cells, the cell in which there is an energy change from electrical to chemical and from chemical to electrical. For that time, you guys keep learning and have a good day.